Hello everyone, welcome to the KZGN News. Today we bring you an overview of Wednesday's City Council meeting where the proposed casino is once again up for discussion. There's an open house at the Ridgecrest Police Department tonight. Today's KZGN Talking Points editorial, weather, sports, and much more.
From the Rademacher Hills to Bee Mountain and the mighty Sierras, Ridgecrest to Inyokern and China Lake, this is your news for the Indian Wells Valley with the KZGN News crew.
Hello, I'm Tom Whitnick. Thanks for joining us for the news affecting Ridgecrest and the Indian Wells Valley. Well, Wednesday evening, the City Council held their regular meeting. It was held at City Hall at 6 p.m. The subject of the new proposed casino was on this week's agenda as well. I'll discuss that separately. Here's a recap of the regular items on the agenda. They opened with a council declaration declaring respect for law in Ridgecrest.
The City of Ridgecrest hereby proclaim May 15th through May 21st, 2016 as Police Week in the City of Ridgecrest in honor of the law enforcement officers past and present who have rendered a dedicated service to the community, and do further proclaim May 15th, 2016 and the Police Officers Memorial Day in honor of those law enforcement officers who through their courageous deeds have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their community and have become disabled in the performance of their duty, and we proclaim it all with City Council. So gentlemen, if you would come up, and ladies, please come up and accept this on all of our behalf.
Ridgecrest for supporting this police department. It's a really great community that we live. It's good to see all the people come in here. I know that there's some issues that we're addressing, but I know that most everybody in this room has a good heart and here for the right reasons. It's what makes America great, that we can come and express our views. You guys take care of the police department by just me walking in, have multiple people thank me for my service. And then you guys voted for Measure L that keeps us funded, keeps the cars running, allows the chief to buy us gear for officers to train our young officers that come in. And I really do appreciate that. In a time in society where there can be a lot of misunderstanding between the community and law enforcement, it turns into negativity. I believe that this town supports the department. Quick introductions. I know that you guys always don't have contact. I have Officer Harlow here, Officer Rowland, and Officer Mechanic.
After their presentation, they went on with the meeting. First, they approved setting a public hearing to approve renewing the Landscape and Lighting District. The hearing will include, first, initiating proceedings for the levy and collection of assessments for Landscaping and Lighting District. Second, accept and approving the engineer's report. And third, declaring intention to levy and collect assessments for the Landscape and Lighting District. Next, the Council approved a resolution adopting and reaffirming the City's annual statement of investments and delegating the authority to make such investments to the City Treasurer. Then the Council approved a resolution calling and giving notice of the holding of the general municipal election to be held on Tuesday, November 8th, 2016 for the election of certain officers. The official announcement reads as follows. As required by the provisions of the laws of the State of California relating to general law cities, there is called and ordered to be held in the City of Ridgecrest on Tuesday, November 8, 2016, a general municipal election for the purpose of electing 2 members of the City Council for the full term of 4 years and 1 mayor of the City of Ridgecrest for the full term of 2 years. Approval of this item sets in motion the soon-to-start local elections. This November elections will be extremely important. Everyone should get registered to vote. And finally, the most important item on the agenda. The Council continued discussion and responded to questions raised at the April 27th Town Hall meeting regarding the proposed Timbisha-Shoshone tribe development of a new casino within the City of Ridgecrest. This was another opportunity for we the people to provide inputs. Once again, we had a full house. The meeting opened with a recap of the major questions from previous meetings. They were asked and then answered. Once again, City Economic Development Director Gary Parsons gave a lengthy answer as to the control the city will have over the project. Again, Even though Indian lands are actually sovereign nations within a community exempt from local control, the agreement the tribe has offered agrees to have the entire project under the legal control of the city. Control includes all building and planning codes and police jurisdiction. And along with that concession, the casino will then be exempt from property taxes and sales taxes. However, again, the casino has offered in the agreement to pay the city about $400,000 per year to offset the loss of sale taxes. And they have agreed to pay 2% of the project's building value per year to compensate the loss of property tax revenue. A few people have asked how the council will guarantee that the casino will actually build it according to their pitch. The council negotiators came up with a clever solution to that issue. The tribe is putting into escrow $100,000 to purchase the land. The sale will stay in escrow all the time that the tribe goes through all the approval steps. That includes approvals by the state, federal government, and finally the city. They will have to provide all building plans and environmental reports, as well as all city concerns and environmental concerns will have to be mitigated before final approval. Only after all these steps are completed will the escrow close. And if the approvals and all building plans take over a year to complete, or there is a delay that goes over a year, the tribe will pay another unrefundable $100,000 per year while the approval process continues. So they are going to open the escrow with an unrefundable $100,000 deposit and will pay another $100,000 per year until the escrow closes. There is no doubt that they want to get this thing moving soon. And for the first time, the City Council asked questions of the project and got some answers. Here's a little part of their comments.
Everybody saw last week on Wednesday at the town hall meeting, and it'll be balanced so that it's kind of seamless, so that whether you're in the casino element or the restaurant element or the hotel element, it'll be a sort of seamless transition, and the interior decor and the design will be complementary.
The other thing I know people have talked about, and it came up at the last meeting, was the entertainment venue and the size, and I know we could use it for meetings and different things like that. And again, I'm looking at the vacation side of things, so to speak. And I know that I've attended a ton of shows in Native American casinos. I lived in a military town where I went to one every Friday. So the judge, Tim McGraw, comedians, stuff like that. Are you looking at bringing in, or looking at long-term, because you've done this before, helping to bring in various talent, as we know what we talked about with local, on that type of scale at all?
So we finally got a chance to hear from the council a little bit. However, they offered no indication as to how they support the project. So that is how it ended. The meeting did not get through all the people's comments. So the council has set another special meeting to be held again next Wednesday evening. Again, it'll start at 6 p.m. and go 3 hours. And then they said it will likely be put on the next council agenda in 2 weeks for probably a decision by the council. Now stay with us for other city news when we get back from the break. Thanks for staying with us. In another city news, the Ridgecrest Police Department is having an open house Thursday evening. It starts at 6 p.m. and will go to about 9 p.m. The officers will be there to provide tours of the department. There will be displays of firearms training. There will be a display of the equipment the department uses. And it's just a way for the community and officers to get to meet each other. Supporting the event, the Optimist Club will be providing free hot dogs during the open house. They'll be serving those hot dogs starting at 5:30 p.m. The Optimist Club says, "Thanks for your support for both the Optimist Club and the Ridgecrest Police Department. We partner with RPD on this event to encourage relationships between the children of our community and our local police officers in friendly settings. So, after the news tonight, come on down to the open house. I'll be there. Bring the kids with you and tell your neighbors. It's a fun event with lots of interesting things to do for the kids." Now it's time for the 141st KZGN News Talking Points editorial. Here's today's topic. What should the anti-Trump people do now that Trump will be the nominee? Well, this is a tough one. Most of the anti-Trump section of the Republican Party has 3 things they are considering. First, let's be clear. The reason we are having this discussion at all is because there is a powerful segment of the party that believes Trump cannot beat Clinton. Based on that theory, and no one knows if he will or not, however, the polls in the past shows their numbers against each other should really be discounted. There were too many candidates for any pollster to make a good poll survey. Now that we are down to a Clinton-Trump or Sanders-Trump race, we will start getting a little better numbers. However, until the one Democrat nominee is picked, only then will numbers really be useful in polls. But even now, poll numbers are starting to shift to a closer race between Trump and Clinton. However, the powerful establishment believes they are right about their theory. So where do they go from here? They have three potential avenues to go. First, just let Trump run on his own, offer little support or opposition. Second, just actively support House elections. And thirdly, run a third-party candidate with what they define as true conservative values. Well, let's consider these three options. The first option is to just let Trump run on his own with little support, but do not oppose him. This one is sad, as they are so against him that they are willing to help Clinton win the White House. I can't fathom any good Republican that can overtly let that happen. The second option of doing nothing to help or oppose Trump, but to spend all their effort and money helping the candidates in the Senate and House. It is reported that in the Senate there are 24 seats up for re-election. Possibly 6 of the seats Republicans hold are at risk in a tough contest. I have no problem with the party using resources to help those candidates. This is just the same thing the Democrats will do. But to withhold support of the party's presidential candidate is plain stupid and self-centered. And finally, the third option of running a third-party candidate. This is completely insane. The prospect of the establishment running a third-party candidate that supposedly conforms to what they believe is a true conservative is pompous and stupid. After all, who died and left them God to determine that only they can define a true conservative? Their opposition is based on Trump not being very clear in his verbal representations of his positions. Let's be clear, I don't agree with all of Trump's positions, but there's a lot of positions I do agree with. For all you conservatives that wonder what his positions really are, not what the media has defined them to be in their opinions, go to the official Trump president website. The media has spun his comments into exaggerations of his detailed positions, especially when it comes to his positions on illegal immigration and the refugee position, and his positions concerning minorities. On his website, he has in print his positions in pretty good detail. All this candidate hype that Trump has no specific positions ignored that he has them available on his website from the beginning. And finally, the third option of opposing him with a third-party candidate, this is sheer nonsense. This will epitomize the arrogance of the party leadership. It will show their true colors of their power first, the success of the party last. It will declare only they will define the party. We the people mean nothing to them. They still don't get it that we the people are mad as heck at Washington on two fronts. Millions of people have said, by supporting Trump and even Cruz, that we are not happy with Washington. We are mad at the direction Obama has taken the country, and mad that the supposed conservative Republican Congress has not done enough to stop Obama. There has not been enough willingness to challenge Obama. The highest on the list of complaints include letting a 2,000-page bill get passed when no one even had a chance to read it first. Obamacare. And then there are all what conservatives believe to be illegal executive orders Obama has issued. And let's not forget the big elephant in this election, the Supreme Court. If they don't do everything they can to put a Republican in the White House this November, they are saying their power is more important than the country. For these supposed true conservatives to help a staunch liberal to get elected is insane. Anyway, I hope as time moves on, the hurt feelings of the Cruz supporters come to grips with the importance of throwing their support behind the now determined nominee. We need to put aside our desires of a particular candidate that is no longer in the race and support the nominee. The fate of the country is in our hands. Conservatives need to decide what is more important, our egos or feelings or the country. Trump is now conservatives' only chance to keep the Supreme Court in balance. There is no possibility of a third-party candidate to get elected. That would guarantee Clinton the White House. Put country first. You know it's the right thing to do. In conclusion, for the elite Republican establishment that keeps trying to say Trump and his supporters are destroying the party, I ask, when are you going to start listening to we the people? the people that you say you represent. Get over yourselves. You are not the last word. We the people are. If you fight the candidate that we choose, it will be you that destroys the party. I'm Tom Wicknick, and that's what I think. I'd like to know what you think. If you have any comments about this editorial or would like to discuss or recommend a topic, I'd like to hear from you. Please email them to info@kzgn.net. Thanks for staying with us. Now here's Lane with the weather.
Thank you, Tom. From the National Weather Service, rain and thunderstorms are expected over much of the southeast, mid-Atlantic, and central Appalachians. Locally heavy rain is possible, with flash flooding possible over some areas. A few severe thunderstorms will be possible over portions of the western and northwestern U.S. today and Friday. Temperatures across the nation. Carolinas at 58, Georgia at 64, Arkansas at 75, northern Texas at 83, Arizona at 87, and Los Angeles at 63. And for us locally, tonight, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low around 54, south-southwest wind, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Friday, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny with a high near 73, south-southwest wind, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Friday night, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low around 53, southwest wind, 5 to 15 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 25. Saturday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny with a high near 76, west-northwest wind, 5 miles per hour. Saturday night, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low around 55, southwest wind, 10 to 20 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 25. Sunday, a 20% chance of showers, partly sunny with a high near 79, south wind, 5 miles per hour. Sunday night, partly cloudy with a low around 56, southwest wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 15. And Monday, mostly sunny with a high near 84, west wind, 5 miles per hour. And that is your forecast for the IWV. Now back to Tom.
So that's the news for today. Also, KZGN-TV know you have a choice in what you watch for your news. We all thank you for choosing KZGN-TV, Ridgecrest's only locally owned community TV station. Now stay tuned for Ridgecrest Talk, coming up next.